and let's go ahead and talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville with y'all favorite girl. Okay. Let's talk about Ashley and Monique. So Ashley and Monique link up and they discuss their marriages. All right. So Monique is just at this place where they don't have the 7-year itch. They have the 10-year itch. And when she starts speaking on the 7-year itch, a lot of people say at that 7-year mark, it gets like frustrating. It's very tough. I truly believe Monique was right when she said that. When she said, well, she was for real. When she said we didn't have the 7-year itch, we had the 10-year itch. Reason why I believe that is because of the incident that took place on the other show, right? What took place on RHOP around that time could have been her 7-year mark. So they probably were dealing with that and trying to get past that versus, like having friction in their marriage, just trying to move to a better place from that space that they were in with that. So yeah, I think she was right. Meanwhile, you got Ashley that's frustrated with her husband because he taking on all these opportunities. Girl, and I said when I continued to watch, I said, "Oh, she really gonna be pissed off now when she check out this schedule he done did, getting all these shows for the CIAA weekend or whatnot." So what else happened? Yeah, Ashley just talked about her and Monique really have a lot of similarities because it seems like they do a lot of accommodating for their husbands and their careers and things they got going on, and taking care of the kids and all that, just always making the arrangements for everything. Like the guys heavily fall back on them. And for me, y'all help me understand. I feel like with Ashley, how do I want to, with Ashley, I'm not going to say it make more sense or I understand more, but with Ashley's situation, I guess you could say it's understood because her husband works, right? He works a lot and we got to see that. So it's like, okay, I see if a lot of weight is being put on her. Now with the weight that Monique takes on from Chris, I'd be like, what you doing? Because I feel like she brought this up on RHOP. Like, I don't know what Chris's job is, but I would get frustrated if you're easily accessible, but you want me to pack your bag for you to travel, for you to go to wherever you got to go. I would be mad as fuck if you free too. You just as free as me. You could go put them to bed or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the excuses could slide with Silva, not a lot, but a little bit, because it's like he's always working. Whereas with Chris, I think Chris is set and likely set himself to not have to work as hard. But then that's fine. But if you're not going to work that hard outside of the house, then cook that motherfucking dinner, fam. You know what I'm saying? All right. So yeah, let's see. DJ Fun Size career pays for everything. Chris wants a traditional wife who takes care of home. And you know what's interesting about that with Chris wanting that? I'm sure a lot of men want that, right? And maybe that's how it was when they first started out dating and getting married and stuff. And maybe she was cool with that. But then as life goes on, people grow and they change. And some of the stuff that they was interested in, just like everybody else, some of the stuff you was interested in 10 years ago, you're not interested in that now. You know what I'm saying? Or some of the stuff you didn't get into or you were afraid to get into or whatever the case is, like you're more open because you're seeing just how short life is. It's like, okay, I want to go out and I want to do this, that, and the other. So I understand that he wants like a traditional wife that takes care of home, but I feel like, okay, she's been doing that. So if she wants to slide out the house and go do some other things, I feel like that should be okay. Leland says Monique loves to argue, period. This show has proven that to me. Okay. Let me see what else you guys are saying. Monique still acts like she's his assistant. That's how they met. And I forgot. Gray Matters. I completely forgot. I forgot that they said she was his assistant. Now, I don't know how true that was, but I did hear that during Real Housewives of Potomac. I think he was with someone else or engaged to someone else or something like that, which is why people have said his mom didn't like Monique or something like that, and she was his assistant. I forgot about that story. Very interesting. Missy Mexican boots. Well, here they are 10 years later, honey, still married. Chris is lazy with his parenting style. Chris wants what his parents have, and Monique wants to be independent. His parents still married? I did not know that. I remember his mom being on the show, but I didn't know that. Chris wanted traditional and Mo wanted status. So she agreed that at first. She agreed to that at first, but that was never her. She's been complaining the entire marriage, but that's who he was from jump. Oh, y'all is so messy in these comments. Girl. You know why I am not going to disagree with that? Like how you said it, she wanted status, so she agreed to that at first, but that was never her. When I think about her wanting to be a rapper, I think she always wanted to be like where she is now. You know what I'm saying? A public figure or whatnot. I think she always wanted that. I don't know. I don't know if she got with that man for his money or anything. I don't know about that. But I think this was the road she may have always wanted to go on. And she could have settled in that moment to be with him. I don't know, girl. Y'all missed it all. It ain't me. It's the people in the comments. I'm on to DJ Silva's. What do you do, girl? Because I don't care what he say at this point. He's at a point in his career. He can choose his jobs. I feel he uses work as an excuse because he don't want to take care of them kids. Marceau, come here. Marceau, are you there? Marceau, come to the front. Marceau, the people calling for you, Marceau, are you there? I know they said Quicksilver, but it sounded like they was talking about you, so I was just trying to be sure. Oh, okay. Well, let's keep going. Girl, that was a messy. That was a messy there, honey. That was true. Let me see. Girl, it was giving Marceau for me. I can't wait to talk about you, Marceau. Anyway, girl, Jamie, now you know she married him for money and status. You know what? I'm gonna be quiet. Girl, I don't know what that lady had did, but I like Girl Jamie. Why that made me think of Girl Melanie? I'm finna go change my other YouTube channel to Girl Jamie. I like that. Make me think about Malik calling Melanie Girl Melanie. Hilarious. Mo was doing too much. She goes on and on and on. That would work my nerves. Let's keep going, because I was kind of thinking the same. Like, Mo, you gotta let him talk. Like, you can't say, you can't put something out there and then not allow him to defend himself and speak to that. And he was getting a bit upset. I mean, those his feelings, if that's how he felt, cool. But it's like, you put it out there, so let this man say his thing. Like, girl, just give him a second, and then you can come back in and you can rebuttal. Like, just let him get his piece out. Because to be honest, how we look at it, because I know Mo said on her live how they are, you know what I'm saying, behind the scenes, but we don't see that. We see what's in front of the camera, and Chris don't even seem like a talker that much. I was surprised his ass even went out to go and sit down with Kevin. Okay, because we don't see that out of Chris. Chris said blatantly on that live, he wasn't finna get on social media, make no post, comment, interact with y'all, go on Twitter. He wasn't finna do none of that. So when Chris finally gets the chance to open his mouth, I'm like, well, girl, all right, let him say what he gotta say. Okay, I want to hear it. But anyway, so DJ Quicksilver, y'all know his dad passed away. He's been working for this company since the 90s. His manager stepped up to play the role of his dad. Shout out to him for that. He took on more gigs. I think he got like 15 tasks or jobs in a 3-day span. I said, that is too much, especially when you done turned around and put yourself in a hospital. I'm not going to say, what are you working so hard for? But I would like to know what you're working so hard for. I would like to know, like, what are you, I don't know, like, you're a DJ, you got your radio show. Like, are you trying to go into television or something? Are you trying, like, what are you trying to do? I mean, you're already on television, but are you trying to have your own television show? Like, what are you going, like, what is the going hard for? You know? Because you already are in demand. So to me, with him being in demand as high as he is, he can adjust his schedules accordingly. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, take less gigs, honestly, if you can. I think he can. Take less gigs and charge more money. You in high demand. They're going to pay it. So you can make time for that family. You really can. So I was like, Ashley gonna be pissed off when she hear that, but I don't think Ashley ended up being pissed off for real. I think she ended up kind of like understanding. I think she was disappointed, But she didn't want to cause no friction, no issues. So she just continued to go along. But I think she had a point when she was like, I don't think it's fair because these kids got events. So now I got to continue to show up to these events by my damn self. Like, I just don't, yeah, that's messed up. I wouldn't like that. Hell, because at this point, I'm feeling like I'm a damn single mama, a married single mama. You feel what I'm saying? Like, when you finna show up to something, come over here. You ain't doing that but playing the same motherfucking songs, to be honest, sir. So you really can like switch it, change it, rearrange it, and make it to this little recital that this little girl got, or this game that this boy got. So yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and move on. Let's get to Monique. And y'all know she's a host now for a new radio show. So they up there talking, let her know she got a chance to guest spot on this radio show. And so the guy lets her know, hey, we're looking at people. We primarily are looking to fill the shoes of one spot that we have or whatever. We're looking at you. Okay. And then he goes on to say, I just don't know if you're going to bring in drama from your past reality show. He says, I don't know if you're going to bring in drama from your past reality show because we don't want this to be like reality radio. Something he said, right? So when he said it, this is for me, okay? Oh, then Mo goes on to talk about how she still has trauma from the incident, but says if it comes her way, she gonna handle it accordingly, right? What I believe is that Mo and Miss Girl, both, okay? Anybody involved in that incident, I'm sure they still are, dealing with some things traumatically or whatnot from what happened, okay? And I don't think it was just the incident that took place itself. I think it was all of the comments and everything, you know what I'm saying, that was coming. Everybody having so much of an opinion, people not getting the full story, whatever it was. I think all of that likely it gave some type of a bad aftertaste is what I'll say. But at the same time, I did not like that the man brought that up. If you feel like whatever she's done on a past show is going to affect her, or you're wondering, then why consider hiring her? I don't know. That right there just kind of made me give him a side eye. I'm like, now why would you even bring that up? Okay. But you want to bring her you want her to work for your radio station because of her status as being a housewife, right? Because you know it's going to bring in views for you and listeners for you. But then you turn around and you bring up the incident that took place a while back. However, although I felt like, because I'm thinking about if it was me, if I did what that, or I did whatever, like, girl, girl, I'm trying to get a job. What we talking about? Like, is you finna hire me or not? Okay. Have you seen any drama since then? But at the same time, I understand that this is a part of your life, okay? And this isn't an incident that happened over 5 years ago, okay? It's happened within the 5-year span. So, about 3 years ago? So it's still, to some people, very new. And unfortunately, this is a stain that is on you because you were the person that got, in my opinion, ridiculed the most for your actions based on how people saw it played out. Yeah, you may have had a lot of support, but sometimes the negative things people have to say hits harder than what anybody has to say positively. So, that's going to be a stain, and people are going to continue to ask her about that probably until this season of Love and Marriage Huntsville, DC, is over. Or they probably going to continue to ask her. You know what I'm saying? Once you have like a big moment on a television show, it seems like it doesn't matter when you do an interview or you talk about it. They always go back to that moment in your life and ask you questions. Like Ray J is still over here arguing and talking about an SEX tape with Kim. Kim is still over here talking about a fucking tape. Okay, I can imagine how long Mike Tyson got asked about biting on that man. You girl, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a part of it. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna have to deal. Initially, like I said, I kind of felt like I saw it both ways. One, it's like, why would you ask that if you know you're gonna hire her anyway? Like, why would that even be a question? But at the same time, this is something that's a part of your life. It's something that happened, and it is a stain until it's no longer a stain. And they probably gonna continue to ask you about that until God knows when. You know what I'm saying? So you just have to deal. What else? They tell her that they are going to continue to interview other people. Honestly, when I saw that, I said, y'all not finna interview nobody else. Y'all finna get this lady this job. I mean, granted, we already knew that because we saw her promoting it. But outside of that, it's like, girl, we already knew. Like, why y'all playing with this lady? And jobs love doing stuff like that, knowing who they really for the peak, girl. They just be trying to keep you on your P's and your Q's, girl. I Yeah. So thank you so much, Nerlene, for the super chat. I appreciate it. Nerlene says, I don't feel bad for Monique at all. At all. She brought the stain to herself. She couldn't control herself, so that stigma should follow her. Okay. I think it is. I do. I think that it is going to continue to follow her, for a minute. It is, definitely is. Thank you so much for the super chat, Nerlene. I appreciate it. That's right. Thank you so much for that, Kia. He says the 300 plus people in the chat watching. So please go ahead and hit the like video. We appreciate you all. That's why Tina Turner stopped doing interviews, because they only asked her about Ike and not her and her music. Right. And that's why Monique went live last night. That's not the reason why she went live, but when she went live last night, and I put it up on my channel, she actually told people, like, I wish I would stop asking me about that. She was like, girl, go back to season 5, whatever season, and go watch that. If you got all your questions, go over there, but stop coming over here to me asking me about this stuff. Okay. So she's tired of answering these questions. Unfortunately, it's going to be here for a minute. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. All right, y'all. Let's keep going. All right. So Monique says that at this point, now that she knows she's going to get this opportunity, it's about to change for her. She's going to have to get up and be at the station at 5. It sounds like, because I think Monique says she gets up at 4. So she probably is maybe an hour, 30 minutes out, whatever, 30 minutes to an hour out. But anyway, that's early as hell. But she's going to do it, and she wants Chris to be supportive. And I'm like, I hope he is going to be supportive, girl. We gonna see how this go, especially with all the stuff that you was over there having to do. And I ain't gonna lie, Chris, you slick pissed me off a little bit. Yeah, you did, Chris, a little bit. You just was sitting on the couch being a little lazy before the dinner, and I was just like, get up, go do something. Why are you sitting right here? Like, go. What? And then he got his suit, and she said, oh, okay. So clearly she don't think he could dress. And he told me somewhere, if you don't like it, then you gonna pick it out. And I'm sure she was thinking, gladly, I'll gladly pick it out. Anyway, so let's get to Chris and Kevin. Girl, Chris, I'm not Chris, but Kevin, this ain't looking good for you, baby. You looking like a liar. You want my liar, Kevin. So Kevin has been served divorce papers right before he went in there to sit down with Chris from Winter. Kevin was married to Winter. Kevin is about 60 years old. He and Winter were together for maybe 9 months or something like that before they got married. He's very close to her kids and stuff. And that's who I think he misses the most. I guess they had like a really good blended family, because his kids ask about her, vice versa, whatever. Okay. He got really emotional, knowing that they got this divorce. He talked about all this love he got from this girl. And he told me, if you don't have me, could you at least see my child, and all this other stuff, girl. But this is why I miss Winter. This is why Miss Winter ended up, piecing out on that man. And I ain't sorry. Winter, girl, I do think that you probably with that man for a coin. I'm not even finna lie to you, Miss Winter. I'm just not finna, girl, I do. I think that. Please debunk me, because I think that you was with that man for a coin. Okay, so he ended up having, I guess he had a business or whatever. He had some partners or whatnot. But what ended up happening was that they accused him of stealing money and taking his kids to like what he said, a skating rink or something like that, taking them ice skating or something like that. I'm like, what kind of shit? I don't know. That's very awkward. That's very weird. Okay, now he says that it wasn't true. So basically, he lost his job, and Winter was only there for the money. So when he lost his job, she decided to skirt out on the plug line. I'm finna go ahead and head out, because I don't know what's going on, and you're not finna Erica Jane me. Okay, y'all already saw what Erica Jane was going through over there on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And if you think you finna get me, not Winter. Okay. All right, not this winter. What they say, Game of Thrones, is winter coming? Of course not. Of course not. Come on, Karen Huger, girl. Winter is not coming. I won't be there. All right, so I'm finna go ahead and leave, because you're not finna get me tied up. Not the coins that I do got. Oh, hell no. So he had filed for bankruptcy, and I guess he was directed by his advisors or whoever, the attorney, to file for bankruptcy. I guess so the company wouldn't try and tap into his funds. So basically, the man ain't got no money, bro. He ain't got no money. And I just kind of feel like, so you ain't got no money nowhere. You ain't like, you know what I'm saying, put no money on no mattress or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Buried it in the backyard of your parents' house. You know what I'm saying? Put it up under a tile in your parents' basement. You ain't got no coin. All right, then. So when she realized he ain't had no coin, he ain't had her either. Cause so she started out. All right. So that's what's going on with him. He talked about how his kids felt like he was love bombing Miss Winter. Meanwhile, Chris was like, and see, that's my problem. Cause I don't do none of that. Chris was like, I don't do none of that. But I tell you one thing, my money is a very long too. Okay. I ain't doing no love bombing, but guess what? My money is very long. And you doing all that love bombing over there for that lady and got a dime. You see what I'm saying? But I mean, you got to get your affairs in order. Anyway, so yeah, he spoke on the kids and how he missed the kids and stuff like that. I think her baby girl was the one that he missed the most because she really, really liked him. Thank you so much, Shea Butter Baby, for the super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Thank you. Let's see. So Monique and Chris. She tells him about the radio show and how he's going to have to pitch in. And he says, of course, he got her back. And he said, I'll be up early in the morning to cook the kids, food anyway, right? He said, I'll be up in the morning to cook the kids food anyway, so I'll be up or whatever. But Monique was finna go into another conversation. She was finna go into some, yeah, not really. Yeah, don't hype yourself. Yeah, barely. You get up, right? But y'all saw how he had to pivot real quick. Like, bro, we can't, let's go over here because I already know how it's going. Let's go this way because I see where you're going. So he just decided to get off their problems and to get over there onto Kevin and Winter's problems. Talk about how he just don't know because it seemed like the man really loves Winter. And Monique said, well, I don't give what are you talking about? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't think Winter finna sit up here and lie. I believe Winter. Well, that's just what it is, okay? Because I don't trust him, and it seems like he's scamming your. It's the same way that he didn't sat up there and scam Winter anyway. And I was like, that's a possibility. That's a possibility. I don't know. I guess let's keep going, child. Let's keep going. Winter is a gold digger, but missed the mark. She is an Erica Jane, not a Diana Jenkins. Ooh, she fumbled the bag twice with her dumb haircut and silly superior attitude. I can't stand her already. Okay. She should have known if he over 60 and lives in their mama basement. Yeah, she should have known. That's why when what's her name? Ashley mentioned that stuff towards the end. I ain't feel no ways. I felt no ways. I didn't think Ashley was wrong for what she said. I really didn't. Let's see what else. So Ashley and Quick, they have the conversation. Ashley seemed like she was pissed, but she really wasn't. They smoothed it over real quick. All is well. He gonna get to do all the events that he wants to do. So I guess she gonna have to pick up the pieces again if he happens to become exhausted and land in the hospital yet again. And that right there, honestly, would frustrate the hell out of me. If you could just scale back. I don't think she asking for a whole lot. Just maybe like a little bit. Like, okay, cool. I got these 15 events. Yeah, I'm gonna already be down there. Maybe I could just do 10 of them, and maybe I don't go down on Friday. I go down on Saturday and Sunday, or maybe I go down Friday, Saturday. I'll be back on Sunday. I can't do no events on Sunday. That's family day. Or something like that, because I just feel like that's a lot because she already having to deal with the kids, balance the schedule that she has. And then if he were to get into the hospital, that's going to affect her. You know what I'm saying? Because now she got not only these kids, she's going to have to take care of you and make sure you straight. And I don't know. I mean, maybe he feel like that's what she's supposed to do. I mean, yes, sickness and in health, child, she's supposed to look out, but you got to look out for her too. I mean, God, anyway. We meet a new couple. We didn't hear from the new couple, but we met the new couple, okay? Tasha and Neil Lyons, all right? So they arrived at Monique's house because y'all know Monique ended up doing this vegan dinner, okay? She had her chef come through and make a lot of meatless dinners, okay? So Monique told him about how they about to go on this Africa trip, right? She wants to go to Africa. She's taking her kids, taking her family. She's excited about all of this, right? So then Jamie is like, well, okay, let me ask you this. You know, we still in the space of COVID. Like, y'all not, like, you're not worried about that? Monique was like, well, I don't live my life in fear. So I think the question was asked, like, so y'all haven't gotten COVID, but Chris got it. Even though Chris got COVID, and even though Mo, it sounded like Mo had got it too, she's still not out here living in fear. She said, I'm still gonna go out here and do whatever I do. If I get it, I get it. If I get it, I get it. But y'all know Mo be on her essential oils. She be on her, she don't eat meat. She don't eat fish. You know what I'm saying? She really be on her vegan life. So I think a lot of those people that's on that type of wave, they don't really feel, I saw a lot of people like that on social media. They feel no threats at all by Miss C19 because they feel like they know how to better nurse themselves, back to health without all of these different type of medications and stuff. And she into her essential oils very heavily, very knowledgeable. I'll give her that. She definitely very knowledgeable about the different oils and stuff and what they could be used for. So this girl was like, I got my oils, honey, and I'm good. I'm straight. I know what I need to do. So we good over here. But anyway, so what else happened? So Chris, okay, Mo said when she caught the virus, right, she felt like Chris wasn't there. He wasn't like supportive or anything like that. Like he ain't feed her. Okay. What Mama D said, he left me for dead. That's how she was feeling. He left me for dead. Okay. And Chris did not like that. Okay. He like, girl, now I'm gonna speak on this. Okay. Because you love telling this story and you like to tell this story motherfucking wrong. Now, Chris, I understand that because how the story was told when the incident happened, girl, it wasn't right. But anyway, let's keep going. So Chris was like, you like to tell these stories and you be telling these stories very, very wrong, honey. So let me speak my piece. So Mo inserts herself, okay, and she's about to talk. And he's like, but can I talk? Because I'm about to get pissed off now. Like, I'm about to get mad. Like, let me talk. Let me have something to say. Like, let me get it out. And she's like, you can get it out, but what you're not going to do is you're not going to do X, Y, Z, A, B, C or whatever like that. And he was like, but can I talk? She's like, I mean, you can talk. You can talk. Go ahead, do your thing. He was like, all right, then, well, hush. Okay. Now, a lot of people felt like the hush was a big deal. Even when Jamie told his wife to hush, she felt like it was a big deal. And I'm just like, I don't think that's a big deal for a person to tell their partner to hush. I feel like if you be like, shut up, I feel like shut up hits different than hush. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then I just feel like those arguments or whatever they were saying, like it wasn't that deep. Maybe if it was an argument or something and it was like hush, then maybe. But I just didn't see anything wrong with Chris saying, okay, then hush. Let me talk. Let me get my piece out. Because I'm like, hell, we see Chris on the shows, but we don't really hear Chris say nothing. So I want to hear Chris say something. So Chris, what is you going to say? Okay, what are you going to say? What else happened? I don't know. I wonder though. I got to go back and watch I'm not going to go back and watch that reunion. But I feel like Chris was trying to talk at one of them reunions that she told him to hush. I can't remember. I don't know. Chris probably feel like, yeah, I talk a lot. That's probably why she tell him to hush, right? So I feel like Chris don't get a chance to get a word in sometimes. And I also feel like when he do get a word in, he talk too damn long, which is why she probably be telling him to hush. So they both battling each other for the same thing that they do. Okay, that's a funny. Let's keep going. What else ended up happening? Chris says that he doesn't want people to think that he wasn't there for her during her time when she was her sickest, she was at her weakest. And she actually wasn't really, I guess she didn't tell the story fully correctly, but she cleared it up by saying, what I'm saying is that because he didn't deny it. She said, initially, you were not there. I kind of believe that because of how she continues to show up and do everything, he probably felt like when it came to that, she got it. Right. So she had to actively tell him like, hey, I need you to do this. I need you to do that for him to start doing what he need to do. I don't know. It's just like the dynamics of their relationship makes me think that probably did happen. I agree with you, Jamie. How else can he ask her to let him talk? Be quiet for a minute. Damn. I felt Chris at that moment. Like, let me talk, okay? Somebody say he be talking slow. Good night. No, he be talking slow. And did that last Real Housewives of Potomac one, she never lets that man talk. And it's annoying. I know she likes to talk, but at the same time, let that man speak. And that's what I think they both do that too. Right. I think, like I said, she talk a lot. So he's trying to get in. And when he finally gets in, he talks too much. So, but it's like he doing what you do. It's a lot. If you've been in a long-term relationship, that's the more graceful word to use. Hush. Hard conversations are necessary though. Right. I feel like if you say shut up, like, you know what I'm saying? And then depending on like Martell. Martell, shut up. Y'all don't remember the times Martell has told Melody to shut up? Shut up. I'm like, baby. See, now if he would have said hush, maybe I would have received it a little differently, Martell. Okay. But you be over there on some shut up. Like, oh, wait a minute. It hits different when you use two of those words versus one. What the fuck? Anyway, what else? So, Oh, Monique brings up the anniversary dinner, which I thought was unnecessary. She brings it up to Irina and Jamie and says, at the anniversary dinner, guys, I just really felt like, I went to go and smash and didn't get a some or something like that. And I'm like, ma'am, this was these people's party. They didn't really care to talk about that. And they actually told you that ahead of time. So what advice were you expecting? Now, maybe this setting that you all are in, now that you have them at your home, maybe it's better for you to ask those questions. But they were trying to celebrate. Hell, Jamie wasn't thinking about the relationship that he and his wife had that made it last so long. He over there thinking about whether his son finna show up or not. I got just scoot your chair back from the table just a little bit, just scoot back. All right. So people want to know about their highs, about their lows. And didn't I tell y'all? I said something don't went down. I said something went down. I said you must have did something to your wife because your son also lacks respect for you. So I also wonder what that was about and what that was given. Okay, Irina gonna say some SHI like Miss Tisha. I said, Tisha, is that you? Tisha, are you here? Okay, are you at the door? Are you coming through? Because Irina sounds like you. All right, so Irina says that she thought it was infidelity. She said, at least that's what I believe that it was, or something like that. Or no, she said, from what I thought that it was infidelity. Basically, how she said it was kind of saying, I thought it was that, but it really wasn't that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, it was just me in my head. I was just in my head, girl, like, it wasn't even that like that. But the fact that your man sat up there and confirmed, but y'all also was tiptoeing, moonwalking, electric slide, and whatever other break dances that y'all could come up with to not really dive deeper into it, for real. Because he did select, because she says, I never caught him. People would say things. I said, come on, Tisha. People would say things, you know what I'm saying? I may have heard some things or whatever like that. But one thing I did, I may have seen a number in a phone, a woman calling him or something like that, but I never actually caught him. I said, Tisha, and what else happened, girl? Tell us. We want to know what else happened. But your man sat up there and said, I was a party guy. You know what I'm saying? I was in the party world. I did the things that the people do in the parties. I said, bet, cheated. Thank you so much, sir. You over here throwing parties, being a DJ, doing all this other stuff. Your wife at home with the kids, whatever the case may be. You out here getting away with stuff, doing whatever. Yes, sir. And then the audacity of you to try and throw Quick in it. Not you trying to tell something, I'm sure Quick, what he said, I'm sure Quick may have experienced. If I was Quick, I would have said, Heisman, sir. Heisman. Okay. I ain't got nothing to do with that. You on that side of the table. Don't bring it over here, baby. Don't bring it over here, okay? I'm already in hot water because I got too many opportunities on the table right now as far as work. So I don't need my wife thinking nothing when I go do these 15 events. But whatever you got going on, you keep it down. They don't put that on me. And that's how I wanted Quick to say it. Because I said, not you trying to throw this man in the conversation to get the heat off you. We talk about y'all. Y'all the ones that had an anniversary. We talk about what y'all got going on. So what's happening with it? Tell the people. Okay, I can't. I said, not him trying to throw this lady husband up under the bus. And then he go winner. Well, guys, I think Monique or somebody brought up the husband, Kevin or whatever. Talking about Chris went and sat out with Kevin or whatever. And so Winter says, I think Monique was like, Chris said that, Kevin really loves you. And she was like, well, I didn't get married for love. Did she correct me? Because I didn't put that in my notes. But I could have sworn she said she didn't get married for love wasn't enough to hold her marriage or something like that. She said, and I'm like, so you did it for the money? Girl, come on, I like it like that. Y'all don't know nothing about that movie. I like it like that. So you did it for the money? Oh no, gosh, you did it for the money. I took that job. What else was I supposed to do? Good night. Yes, that's what it was given. You did it for the money. So Winter talked about how she how everything was, how his business started to flop. He said that he was going to fix some things. Days and weeks went by. Things were never fixed. So she decided she was going to fix it by getting the hell out of Dodge. Okay. And so she also says that she was leaving the marriage because of his dishonesty. Right. That was the reason. She said he was being dishonest. He was untrustworthy. That's why I decided to leave the marriage. And they like, well, girl, what was some of the other things that he did? She was like, well, I didn't like the fact that he told me that he was living in a basement. Living in a basement all the way up there on the north side is like this. But when I found out you're living in a basement in your at your mom and them house, like that's where we have a problem. So when Ashley tells her that she didn't ask him, Ashley said, well, you didn't ask him. Okay, well, you didn't ask him, girl. She says, I would have at least wanted to see someone's house before I decided to marry him. And I said, well, Well, you got a point. I mean, girl. All right. She saw them coins. I guess she didn't see that house. All right. She's gonna have to give us more context clues because I definitely was on Ashley's side with that. I didn't know Winter was a relationship. Oh, that was the other thing. Not you talking about some, I'm a relationship expert. I'm a relationship expert. I mean, me and my family are apart. We asked a lot of questions. Meanwhile, Ashley, like, girl, you ain't that much of a damn relationship expert that you couldn't find out about what this man was saying. Like, that's like one of the first questions women ask when they get to know somebody. Where you live? Where you stay at? Okay, because we're trying to see if you stay with another woman. And I guess he did. His mama. Girl, cut it out. You was not no relationship. You're not going to play yesterday. Okay. Thank you so much, Phil, for the super chat. Jamie, that's my movie. Folks don't know about it. That is my favorite. Like, from the front to the motherfucking back. That is my favorite movie of all time. Boosting during a blackout. Yes. Okay. She had to do what she had to do for the family. I love more now. That is my that's my movie there. I love that. I'm just picturing when they was out there playing cards and then the lights went out and it said blackout. It's everything. Thank you so much, Phil, for the super chat. Not you just didn't know who you married, lady, especially not knowing where they live, right? Didn't even know this man. She damn sure isn't a detective because how do you not know he's sleeping in their basement, right? Right. I wish a fool would show up at my door with, in a duffel bag. Ooh, girl, that's nasty. That's nasty. But that was pretty much everything that happens over there on Love and Marriage DSC. And we're about to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville in just a second. Not the expert married to the scammer living in his house, in his small basement, right? I cannot. Ashley was right on every point she made, but I probably wouldn't have said anything. I would have just laughed. Ooh. So I can see why some people may feel a way about that because I don't think they know each other. And Ashley just butted out and just said whatever she was going to say. Like, girl, well, I wasn't mad at it, though. Somebody had to say it because clearly her best friend of multiple years, Miss Monique, wasn't going to say it. So somebody had to call her out. Monique was like, I'm not getting into that. Okay. But let's go ahead and move on. All right. We have over 400 and some people over here in the chat. Can we get the likes up, please, as we go ahead and get into Love and Marriage? I said, why was I going to say Ready to Love, y'all? Why was that on my brain, girl? Good night and goodbye. Ugh, girl, no, ma'am. Okay. Go ahead and like the video for me. Like the video. If you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and do so.